of the language of Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this course, the bulk of what we're going to be doing, which is learning how to master exposure, or what exposure even is, and then how we can leverage some of these techniques to make ourselves the best cinematographers that we can, I just wanted to share a positive note, which you will experience, especially if you're just starting out in the cinematography world, in the sense that it can be very challenging to put your skills in practice. There are only so many opportunities as an up-and-coming cinematographer, or even as a professional cinematographer, to go out and expand on your skill set. And why that is because it is a permissioned art form. We need opportunities to be able to display these skills that are outside of our control. We need productions, we need producers, we need directors, we need crew, we need talent, we need cameras, gear, lighting, all of those things in order to experiment with the ideas that we have in our head. And that limits the amount of repetitions that we can get. The beautiful thing about exposure and learning about exposure is that you don't require anyone's permission. It is permissionless. You don't even need a camera. You just need the ability to want to learn, the drive to want to learn, and then the system in place to put some of these ideas into action so that you can build upon the knowledge that you have already gained. And that's what this course is going to be all about. That's what the course, hopefully, at the end of it, will show you the path. It will illuminate the steps necessary to build up this skill that you will use. I mean, I use the skills that I talk about in this course. I use these skills every single day, but maybe not in the way that you think, in the sense that I use these skills like tying my shoes, right? The same way I do. The energy used to tie my shoes. I don't have to actively think about tying my shoes when I tie my shoes. I've just done it so many times that I have developed a way to see the world that allows me not to have to focus on seeing the world. Right? I just tie my shoes. I don't have to think about tying my shoes, which then that means when I do get on set, when I do have all of these questions coming at me, all of these people wanting information, they want answers, they want ideas so that you can then put them on the screen and put them into the final image. You don't have to be thinking about this process. It's already happening in the back of your mind. It's already, you've already been through all the options. You've gone through the Rolodex of possible exposures and the solutions to any dilemmas that might arise in determining what that exposure is going to be. And you've done that work and you've seen into the future, and you can pull back that information and share it with others around you. The beautiful part about exposure and learning about exposure is you don't need anyone else to do this, which means any good cinematographer should be very, very capable at understanding exposure, because there's no excuse not to be. It's essentially free. Once you have understood the techniques in this course, all you have to do is put that work into practice. The other huge benefit is you never have to do the same work twice. So as soon as you understand a exposure tree, which we're going to talk about, you never have to do that work again, right? It's like learning the grammar of the language of cinematography, right? You don't actively think about the grammar that you use in whatever language you are speaking in. You don't actively think about the grammar when you're speaking. When you're talking to other individuals around you, you're not thinking about where does the verb go, where does the noun go. Your mind is just choosing the correct words and the emotions that you want to put forth into the conversation, and the rest just happens. But that's because you've built up this foundation of knowledge. You understand the grammar. And that's exactly what we are going to do in this course. And that's exactly why I wanted to start out with this note that it's up to you, right? Nothing is holding you back from becoming better at mastering exposure, except exposing yourself to the opportunities to become better.